Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hafsa Yasin and today I'm here with another topic, that is district administration in Pakistan. Lastly, we have discussed the administrative structure and what are the responsibilities and duties of the district administration in Pakistan, and who are the people who basically run the administration at the district level. Now we will study about the different administrative structure that was introduced to run the district administrative structures in Pakistan. So first one is basically the system which was introduced by the Ayub Khan, uh, where the power was decentralized and it was basically legitimized to basically legitimize his existence. Ayub Khan, to legitimize his existence, he introduced a local government system, and he claimed that the system of the government which he is going to introduce will be the most beneficial system for the people of Pakistan, and ultimately this will be the system which is most required by the people of Pakistan. So the new local government system, which was established under the uh, by Ayub Khan, it was under the Basic Democracies Ordinance 1959 and the Municipal Administration Ordinance 1960. It was comprised of a hierarchical system of four linked tiers. The lowest tier, which was the Union Council, it was comprised of the members elected on the basis of adult franchises, who in turn elected a chairman for amongst themselves. The higher tier of the local government had some members elected indirectly by these directly elected members and some official members nominated by the government and had these official as the chairman. So basically, how the structure worked? That the structure was basically based on the four tiers. The lowest tier was the Union Council, and ultimately it was comprised of the members who were basically of the adult age, like it was 21. Then it was said that those elected members will basically elect chairman amongst themselves, like they will select a chairman for themselves amongst themselves. Then some members will be elected directly by the public, and there will be some member who will be indirectly selected, like the members will be elected directly, and ultimately the chairman will be elected indirectly. But the election is an like electoral college is involved in both of the cases. So, to elaborate the structure, we can see that local government and new Ayub Khan regime was basically based on the divisional councils, district councils, and tehsil councils. There were total 18 divisions, 81 districts, and 617 tehsils. There was further division. That district was divided in two parts. First one was the municipal committee, then Kent boards. A municipal committee there were 118 municipal committees and 25 cantonment boards. Then after municipal committee there were union committees, and after Kent boards there were union committees too. 449 union committees and 77 union committees for the Kent boards. Then Tehsil Council, there were total 617 Tehsil Councils, and further union committees and union councils were working under under Tehsil Council. So this was basically the structure of the basic democracy, which was followed to work at the grassroots level. Uh, it was a basic democracy, like the democracy or the transfer or the power or authority was transferred at the basic level, or we can say at the grassroots level. Then basic democracies, the most important and controversial function which was included in Constitution of 1962 was the members of the lowest tier. The union councillors were designated as the electoral college and empowered to elect the president and the members of the national and provincial assemblies. So basically there were totally 80,000 members to be elected as the basic democracy members at the grassroots level, like at the union council level, and ultimately those 80,000 members were the electoral college for the seat of the president. So it was considered that this was a huge flaw in this particular system, because if president wanted to be an elected prime minister, president, then he must give chances to the general public, or he must held the referendum properly in the state, uh, that either public wanted him as their prime minister or not. So to sum it up, the basic democracy scheme failed because authors tried to shape it against the fundamental laws, that is to say that they didn't adhere to concept that autonomy is the cornerstone of the legal government. So basically, autonomy or power was not given at the local government, and ultimately the basic purpose of introducing this local government system was to legalize like Ayub Khan wanted to legalize his existence, and he wanted to prove that he's not a dictator, who have basically influenced his authority and power on the people, but ultimately he is an elected president through proper democratic procedure. Then comes to the local government system, which was introduced by Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, and after that we will see the local government system in the Zia's regime. So Zulfikar Ali Bhutto have established the Pakistan People's Party, and Pakistan People's Party came into power. The concept of people's local government was basically introduced by Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, and in the law order each province passed its own local government system, and in the new orders, institutions of the local government were set up on their own account ahead, and they have no political strings. So ultimately, basically, the local government system, which was introduced by Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, it was known as the People's Local Government, and in this local government system, each province was autonomous to basically introduce their own system at the local government level, and there was no political string attached to this local government system. Like people can be from any uh, ideology of or from any ideology of the mind, but ultimately they can be the local representative. So the structure was quite simple, which was introduced by uh, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto as the people's local government. So local government, there was district council, there was Harka council, there was Dehi council. Basically, at uh, uh, like specifically in the rural areas, the system which is introduced was like this: district council, Harka council, and Dehi council. And the system which was introduced in the urban areas and specifically in the big cities, that was municipal corporation, then municipal committee, and after that town committee. It provided representations for the minorities, women, peasants, and workers on the local council. The local councils were required to hold meeting once a year, to which votes were to be invited. The new law introduced some useful reforms in the field of local government, but as elections were never held under the new law and the local councils were not constituted under the new law, these reforms were not implemented. The country didn't have any local government system during the period 1971 to 1979. So basically, Pakistan People's Party of Zulfikar Ali Bhutto introduced this people's local government system, but they were not able to implement this particular system of the government at the grassroots level because of some constitutional reasons, and because the reforms which were attached with this particular local government system was not introduced. So that is the reason this local government system was even not implemented in the state of Pakistan. The Zia and post-Zia period. The new martial law, a government of General Ziaul Haq declared in clear terms that their policy of revitalizing the local government. In undertaking of this policy, new local government laws were drafted for each of the province, federal area, northern areas, and Azad Kashmir. These laws were promulgated and enforced in 1979. These laws followed the same pattern, but slight variation were made here and there to suit the local circumstances. Basically, when Zia has imposed the martial law in the state of Pakistan in 1977, so he has promised the people of Pakistan that he will hold a democratic elections within the 90 days, and ultimately he is not here to basically promote that dictatorship structure, but he is here to promote the democratic structure. But this promise of made by him uh, for arranging the elections was never fulfilled by him until his death in 1988. So he has to legalize his existence, he has to justify his existence for this long era in the state of Pakistan. So he decided to introduce the local government system for the people of Pakistan, where he basically claimed that he is going to revitalize all the systems, all the governmental structure in the state of Pakistan. And he said that this new local government system will basically give benefits to the people, not only to the main provinces like Punjab, Sindh, but it will give benefits to the people of the federal areas, northern areas, and Azad Jammu Kashmir too. This law was decided to be implemented in 1979, and the law followed the same pattern, but that was basically decided but there were somehow some changes were made according to the circumstances. So he basically said that centralization is reinforced through direct military control of quasi presidential government. Ultimately, he has decided to implement a local government system at the grassroots level, but he never given them the enough autonomy at the grassroots level, and he kept a direct control uh, on the governmental activities, as he was the person who was controlling the military, and as well as he was the president of the Pakistan. So he decided some basically ideas which was introduced by the Zulfikar Ali Bhutto for the local government system was no constitutional protection given to the elected bodies, provision of municipal services, primary objective, local government given little financial power, and non-party basis of elections will be arranged, and because ultimately the party basis elections curtail the power of parties and prolonged customs politics and elite capture. So he basically decided that ultimately the electoral bodies will have no constitutional rights. Basically, the basic purpose of the local government system is to work at the municipal level and to provide the primary objectives to the people at the local level. And they have decided that the local government will be given not major financial powers, and after that it was decided that there will be no political participation ultimately for the implementation of local government system. So we can see that this was the major drawback in this in or this was the major flaw in the local government system which was introduced by Ziaul Haq. uh, at one side he was saying that he wanted to authorize, or he wanted to give power to the people of Pakistan at the grassroots level, and on the other side he was basically denying the political participation, the political parties participation So and we all know that the beauty of democracy is all is in all the political structure or in all the political process. So until the political process is not to be followed, how we can say that we are following a right political structure or we are following a right governmental structure in the state? So, if we see the structure which was introduced by Zia as the local government structure was like first there was provincial federal government, of course, then there were provincial governments, and for the provincial government it was divided in the two parts, urban areas and rural areas. For urban areas there were town committees and wards. Town committees were further divided into the wards. Then there were municipal committees. Karachi was the municipal corporation, metropolitan corporation at that time. So municipal committee and further divided as the wards. Then municipal corporation further divided in the wards. Then metropolitan corporation. Karachi was basically the metropolitan corporation at that time, and there were further different wards. The rural division was like that first there was district councils, and district council were further divided into the wards, and then there was union council and it was further divided into the wards. So this was the local government structure which was introduced by him. Apparently, the system was very clear and it was very easily understandable, but ultimately there was no transfer of power and authority by the federal government to the provincial government and by the provincial government to this local government system. So the basic sense of the local government system was not even fulfilled in this particular local government system. Some other features of this local government system were following. So urban councils enjoyed a higher level of revenue and income than rural and semi-urban ones. Urban councils under no obligation to provide funds to rural and semi-urban areas. Rural and semi-urban areas were all dependent on the provincial and administrative tiers of the financial support and competition between the urban middle class and numerically strong rural areas for the resources. So these were actually considered as the features, but if we can see that these are the drawbacks of this system, that how this system was basically have focused on empowering the people at the empower so instead of empowering people at the grassroots level, it was all a fight between the elites and between the lower middle class and between the middle class. All the powers and all the financial resources were all given to the urban councils and uh, uh, like semi-urban councils, but ultimately where their development was actually necessary, where the authorization was given to be like must be given, ultimately all of those areas were denied or they were ignored in this particular structure. So non-party basis elections were held in 1985, and it created the localization of the politics at all the level. A rivalry of the party basis didn't reverse localization of the politics due to weakened political parties and space left for parties filled by fluid local political factions. Ultimately, because these elections were held non-party basis, so we have seen that there was not a proper political organizations. There were not a proper like process of doing or performing a work. Political parties were weakened, so ultimately there was no space left for the political parties, and even because of this, the people who were elected as the local representative, they were not even able to work for the welfare of the people at the local level, because they were not enough they were not trained enough to serve the people at the local level, because until or unless you don't work under a political structure, you don't know how to serve the people in a particular through a particular process or by following a proper procedure. You can't be the one who basically serve the people at the grassroots level. uh, Thank you so much. That is it for today. We will continue this lecture, this whole series in the next lecture. Thank you.